Всем привет, с вами Мафия. Короче, мы продолжаем играть Игры Престола, короче. Сейчас за Морсиуса играем. 5 глава уже.
So, just like that, John Aaron was dead.
Unfortunately, I'm afraid it's true. The royal seal in the missive was still unbroken when the Raven arrived.
That would mean that he passed shortly after I left King's Landing. I will pray to the Seven that his soul receives the welcome it deserves. He was a great man.
In his letter, he mentioned being wary of those around him. He feared for his life and talked about enemies of the realm who were preparing to strike. A troubling coincidence. I'll wager it has something to do with the girl.
Who knows? In any case, he must have thought her very important.
Do you still hope to carry out your mission, Sir Donnelly?
Yes, I shall not betray my lord's last wish. I must finish carrying out his orders and find a safe place for the girl. Now that we have an idea of where she is, there is no need to trouble you any longer.
You underestimate the Molestown tunnels. They're quite a labyrinth for newcomers. You'll need my expertise.
I would also prefer one of us to accompany you. I'd rather know what's going on in the gift.
Very well. I have a host of men waiting south of Castle Black on the way towards Molestown. I hope to meet with them and gather any news before proceeding. Jared, my lieutenant, will have warned my men of our arrival.
I'm counting on you, Mors. Report to me when you've finished your mission.
We'll leave immediately. I just need to make sure of one last thing.
As you wish, sir.
Theomar! Dick! Lion! I shall accompany Sir Donnelly to Molestown. His camp is close by. I am counting on you to get there as soon as possible. You must ensure that peace is maintained in the gift.
Very well, Mors.
Let us ride, sir. It's a long way to Molestown.
I'm right behind you.
Так. Нормальный ход. Так, давай-ка сохранимся заодно. Стоп. Так. Так. Окей. Сохранимся. И все нормально будет. Все, погнали. Тогда уже постойка. Все нормально. Погоди-ка. Вот отсюда. Так, сила. Беспощадный в бою, особенно сильно враг. Ага. Вы сильно разлагаете. Двухручное оружие. Двухручное оружие. Хватает врага из загрудки и бьет его в лицо. Так. Собака. Вы приказываете псу напасть на выбранного врага. Потом вы приказываете псу кусать врага за ноги. Ага. Лучше управлять своим псом в включении врага и тут понятно. Приказываете псу выхватить щит. Ого. Сбить его с ног. И ваш пес медленно устает. Так. Хм. Так. Окей. Вот так вот. Нормально. Так. Черт возьми. Все, поперли. Так, куда нам надо А, вот, вижу. Вот сюда нам, короче, надо. Все, сюда. Переселяемся, короче говоря. Посмотрим, что там будет. Во.
John Aaron,
Эти люди...
dead. I still can't believe it. That sly old fox was tougher than Valerian's steel.
Yes, it's unfortunate news. But I won't let it interfere with the mission of the assignment. I think we're close. My men would
Да
set
тут
up
чё?
camp in the area.
Понял. Ладно. Пойдем поищем, что тут у нас есть. Тут какая-то берлога. Так, двери какие-то. Ну вот его люди.
Why? We had words with Jared. Things got pretty heated.
Damn it!
Вот.
Sir Donnelly, did everything go well in Castle Black?
All is well. As we had hoped, the Night's Watch is here to help us. I gave Sir Westford the missive I have here. He knows where to find the girl. What's going on here? Let me hear your report.
We were able to position some men here and scout the area. The region seems safe.
We're in Night's Watch territory. The lands are obviously well protected.
Of course, my lord. Jared passed this way. He took some men with him to scout the village south of here.
I never promised such a thing. Jared forgets who gives the orders here. I'll make sure to remind him in due time. We'll continue our journey, Sir Westford. Let's go towards Molestown, where we'll probably find Jared. Robot, stay in your position and await my return.
As you wish, sir.
Так. Окей.
Gouged a hole in a statue.
Хм. Так. Походу нам отсюда выйти надо. Так, выходим отсюда. Так. И вот сюда идем. Походу нам сюда вот надо. Ориентацию вообще невозможно. Ориентироваться. В лесах тут стоять чуть такое. Кто-то оленя убил. Кто-то убил оленя. Это вообще. Какой-то вообще. Ага. Злодей убил оленя. А чё, помешал ему олень? Так, ладно. Еще какие-то войска.
You know something. Spill it before I scatter your teeth onto the floor.
Please, I beg you. I don't know what you're talking about. I swear. I'm but a simple traveling merchant.
Enough, Jared!
What? Oh, it's you, Sir Godric. This peasant refuses to answer my questions.
Leave him alone!
You can leave.
Very well, my lord. Thank you.
I haven't finished with him.
Yes, you have. No one tortures the people of the gift without good reason.
And you'll do what? Hang me, like you did my brother? Try it. I could use a laugh.
Это болван не понял, с кем говорит. Нужно поговорить по-хорошему так. Да я плевать на его хотел.
Sir Godric, silence your mongrel. We haven't time to waste.
Did you hear what he said, Jared? If I had wanted your help, I would have asked for it. Your behavior is disgraceful. But... Silence! Return to camp and await me there. Sir Westford, his behavior is unacceptable. I offer my most humble apologies.
Just make sure he doesn't delay us.
I'll keep an eye on him. How do you plan on finding the girl?
John Arryn's letter mentions the whores at the brothel. We'll start there.
Do you think they'll talk?
The Night's Watch is in charge around here. I've had a few dealings with the local madam before, when sworn brothers found their way to her establishment. If she knows something, I'll soon find out.
The hamlet seems tiny. We'll have gone through it in no time.
Don't let yourself be fooled. The Mole's town is much bigger than it seems. More than 3/4 of the town is underground. The underground tunnels were dug by several generations of people. Living below the surface protects them from the cold. And in the midst of the tunnels is the whorehouse. I'm sure that's where we'll find the girl. This much was clear in the letter.
I see. So she's hidden among the whores. Few would think to look for her there. Lord John Arryn certainly was a diligent man.
Да, это точно. Так, минуту. Так, продолжаем дальше. Так. Что это такое? Сюда нам надо. Окей. Пойдем. Туннели города этого. Так. Вульт двуручный. Да хрена он мне нужен.
Well, well, if it isn't the great Mors Westford,
Ага, это
hero
я.
of Castle Black, what can I do for you, handsome? Why don't you join me in my chambers, and I'll show you what a real woman can do.
The day the wall collapses, I'll think about your proposition.
Charming as usual. So, what are you here for? Come to take your lost crows home? Walder brought in a new boy. I believe his name is Patrick. They're in the back. Do with them what you will. But no brawling in my establishment.
No, I'm not here for pleasure. I'm looking for a girl.
Then you're here for the same reason as everyone else. What is your pleasure? Fair hair? Brown hair? Dancers? A girl skilled with her tongue?
Так, значит, ты пришел за тем, зачем и все прочие. Вы хочешь светленькую, шатеночку или танцовщицу, такую, чтобы язык трещится, все, что нужно знать. Хватит ходить вокруг да около.
I'm looking for a recent arrival. Not a whore, just a girl from the south.
A girl from the south? I do strive to provide something for every taste here. But girls from the south? Now, why don't you try Alice and Berina? They're twins. Our clients love them. And since you're a first-time customer, I'll give you a discount. What do you say?
Enough horse shit, Sybil. I know the girl was sent to Molestown, and I'm sure you know where she's hiding.
You're mad, Mors. If you're not here for my beer or for my girls, I must ask that you leave.
Ну ладно, раз уж она не хочет по-хорошему, так, лучше убедить ее, что она поступит правильно.
Listen, Sybil. This girl is in considerable danger. I believe that the men chasing her may have been involved in the death of the King's Hand.
The King's Hand was assassinated? Mors, you must be joking.
When have you ever known me to be joking? If these people were powerful enough to assassinate the King's Hand, it won't be difficult for them to track her here.
Well, what would you do if you found her?
The King's Hand wanted this girl protected. I'm here to make sure that happens. I'm sure I can protect her better than you and your girls can.
Very well. I know that you're a man of honor. I hope I don't regret this decision. The girl's name is Jane Greystone. She's been hiding here for some time.
I thank you for your trust, Sybil. Now, where is the girl?
She's in one of my rooms, downstairs. Go down the stairs, turn left. It's the last door on the right. But don't you dare hurt her.
Don't worry. I'm here to protect her. Thank you for your help.
Короче, допросили мы ее. Сучка. Я думаю, попробовать Морса так. Ух, какой! Красавчик! Ёк-макарёк. Так. Ладно. Пойдем. Короче, назад. Мы, походу, нашли, куда надо идти. А нет. Все равно, сука, сюда надо. Ну окей. Разберемся.
Do any of you want to play come into my castle?
Why, it's Mors. I wasn't expecting to meet you here.
Would you shut up?
Так, Патрик, я вижу, уже ищешь какие-то сокровища.
You've taken your vow so recently, your words still hang in the air, Patrick.
Please, Mors, you know the Lord Commander turns a blind eye to this sort of thing. Just look at the poor bugger. All of your fellow watchmen are dead. You know how it is. He needs to pick up his spirits.
I can speak for myself, Walder. Mors, would you care to join in our discussion?
I don't know much about you, Patrick. I hear you used to be into smuggling.
I don't really want to talk about that, Mors.
Don't be shy, you're amongst brothers here. You've probably seen plenty of interesting things in your life. Tell us.
First of all, I was not a smuggler.
Что же он делает на стене?
Weren't your crimes what led you to take the black?
Very well. If you really want to know, like half the men at the wall, I was once a farmer, with fertile lands and a family. Then one day, I lost everything. I was out hunting for stag, and when I returned home, there was nothing but smouldering ruins left. The wildlings were raiding along the coast, and it led them right to my home. My wife, she wasn't the type to let herself be pushed around by anyone. If you saw what they did to her...
7 hells! Every last one of those wildling monsters deserves to die.
All I had left was my warhammer. I found it while marching with the Starks during the rebellion. All I could do was take my boat and follow the scum across the Bay of Seals. Once I got to the other side of the wall, it was easier than I'd expected. They probably thought they were out of harm's way and they were careless. They didn't even try to cover their tracks. When I finally caught up with them, it was dark out. The swine were getting drunk on what they'd stolen from me. so I waited for my moment. After a while, most of them could no longer stand. And that's when I went for them. First, I killed the watchman. But then one of their men saw me and cried out. It became a bloodbath. The drink had made them slow of foot and awkward. It made it easy for me. I don't know how long the killing lasted. When it was over, I was covered in blood, wounds, my clothes slashed to shreds. I said to myself, Pat, you're a dead man. Might as well let the cold take you. I let myself drift off. When I opened my eyes, I was in Castle Black. I had been picked up by rangers who'd discovered the camp. It took me a month to heal. In that time, I was accused of everything by the Brothers of the Night's Watch, smuggling, being a wildling, and I just couldn't convince otherwise. So, as soon as I was able to walk again, I was given the choice. Take the black or the noose.
You suffered an injustice, but you had the right of it to join us, brother. You have a new family now.
Incredible! I didn't know a killer like you was one of our recruits.
What about you, Walder? How did you get to the wall?
Let me think about it for a minute. Where to begin?
Так, его история мне тоже интересна. Лучше вернусь к делу.
I think I know what you want to talk about.
Say nothing, Mors. You'll spoil the surprise. You see my necklace, Patrick? The High Septon gave it to me personally.
The High Septon? The head of the Faith of the Seven? You must be joking.
I swear it's true.
Клянусь, чистая правда, так. Да еще одна история, так. Пусть говорят об этом. Не.
He's right, but I'm not sure you really want to hear the story.
On the contrary, I would like to hear it.
Very well. I had a simple, humble, and poor life, like you, Patrick. Much like any other peasant in the Seven Kingdoms, you might say. I had a wife, Shori. She was delicate and buxom, always smiling, a good woman, never complained without good reason. She was devoted to the Seven and always ready to aid her neighbor. The best day in my life was the day she agreed to marry me. But all good things come to an end. She fell ill while with child. I sold everything to pay for her treatment. My livestock, my fields, and even my home. All that only to be sold false remedies by swindlers preying on my love. When I finally figured out what they were doing, I pounced on two of the filthy whoresons and gave them what they deserved. I beat them bloody and took my time over it too.
Он взял правосудие в свои руки.
You chose your destiny, as we did ours.
I wasn't expecting that from you, Walder. I'd mistaken you for a skilled thief.
It would have been better if I was. I probably wouldn't be here now. I spent 20 years of my life protecting this piece of ice. And unlike you, if I had to do it all again, I wouldn't.
So that's when they caught you?
No, let me finish. Shuri held out until the end of her pregnancy, so that the child could survive. She suffered more than I imagined possible. The day she went into labor, I was alone with her. Giving birth to our daughter was too much strain. It killed her. I buried her that same evening. I wanted a better life for my little girl, a different life. I swore by the Seven that she wouldn't end up like her mother, that she would only have the best. The following day, I left home carrying what was left of my possessions on my back to baptize my little girl into the faith. I walked for more than 3 weeks, feeding my little girl as I could, and praying each day that she would survive. I eventually reached King's Landing. I knelt before the wondrous gold and crystal dome of the Great Sept. Once inside, an old Septon welcomed me. I told him my story. I confessed everything. He listened attentively. I cried on his shoulder, and he comforted me with soothing words. Afterwards, he took my daughter in for observation. He asked a servant to bring him some goat's milk, and that's when I understood. That old man wasn't just a Septon. He was the High Septon himself.
Really?
Yes. He said if I handed myself in to the king's justice, they would take care of my daughter. He would personally ensure that she'd have a good life.
And you gave yourself up? Just like that?
That's right. I gave them my little girl and handed myself over to the king's justice. When they brought me in, the High Septon personally gave me this necklace. For me, it represents my absolution.
Quite a story.
Yeah, I suppose so. But yours wasn't too bad either.
Each and every sworn brother has his tale to tell, and none of them are enviable.
What about you, Mors? Why did you come to the wall?
I can't talk now, Patrick. I have affairs to attend to. I must go. I'll turn a blind eye this time. But don't linger here too much longer.
We'll have another round and then we're off, I promise.
Новый кодекс. Так, ладно. Послушали ихнюю историю, как тот сюда попал. В дозор в этот. Вот. Поэтому пойдемте дальше. Повар.
Out of my kitchen. I've enough troubles without having to clean up after the likes of you.
Так. Отлично. Так. Смотрим, что там у нас. Отлично, что? Так. Вот мы и попали куда-то.
Well, no one wants to take the oath anymore.
Блять.
Perhaps a nice vintage from our cellars.
Open this door at once. The Night's Watch holds power around here.
You can't just walk into people's homes like that. Go back to your wall.
Вот козел. Так, погоди.
Aye, it's not safe here.
Где-то здесь должно быть.
I want fresh fish, but your fish is rotten.
Что такое?
May the stranger take me. A crow this far from its home?
It's the butcher. Mind yourself with that one.
Of course. But we could say this is our territory. We don't approve of strangers stomping around here.
Отвали.
Silence your tongue, Ben. You trying to get us killed? What should we do, my lord?
Так, сначала я их допрошу. Так. Их ничего не добьемся, пусть убираются. Так, они преступники и заслужат смерти.
What are you doing here?
We're here on business. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Do you think you can easily fool me? I know the both of you. So spill your secrets before I make spill something else of yours.
Please, we're only carrying a few goods to help out our friends.
Smuggled goods. A girl came through here recently. Did you see her?
If a lass had come through here, we'd have noticed it, my lord. Sorry, we've seen nothing.
Так, мы от них ничего не добьемся, пусть убираются-то. Ладно.
Consider yourself lucky this time around. If I catch you smuggling again, I won't be so lenient. Now, out of my way.
Listen to the Black Brother Bran. We will obey you.
I see you always have a
Так.
good excuse ready.
Где-то здесь. О, да.
You don't understand. But the Night's Watch take care of the land of the gift.
Открывай ворота.
There you are at last,
Конечно,
young
вот
lady.
ты девушка.
Is that her?
Это она? Да,
There's no doubt about it.
след
The
ведет
trail
прямо к ней.
leads right to her.
Who are you?
Кто вы?
I am Mors
Я Морс.
Westford, a ranger of the Night's Watch. The King's Hand sent us to find you.
The Night's Watch. The last time I crossed paths with one of you, he tried to steal from me.
Ночной дозор, последний его солдат, с которым я встречалась, хотел меня покрасть. Угу.
You're the girl that craven deserter tried to steal from. He was no longer a brother of ours. He was a traitor to our order, and that was my dog that saved you from him back in the woods.
I thought I'd seen that animal before.
Enough. Sir Mors, you can leave us now. You have completed your mission, and the Crown will show you its gratitude for this.
You aren't a member of the Night's Watch.
Indeed. This is Sir Godric Donnelly, Lord Arryn's emissary. He is responsible for your protection.
Come with me, Jane. I am here to take you to a safe place.
A safe place? I know Sir Donnelly. You don't look like him at all.
Stop with the games, little girl.
Go to hell, imposter!
Silence!
Что значит самозванец? Так, он во всем разберется.
Tell me, child. You say you know Sir Donnelly. Where and when did you last meet him?
At King's Landing, a little while before I left. It's because of him that I'm freezing up here. So yes, I do remember his face.
Be reasonable, Jane. Our Lord's last wishes were to take you to a safe place, which is exactly what I plan on doing.
Liar!
Something's rotten here. We'll return to Castle Black and figure out what to do.
I'm afraid not, Sir Westford. Do you intend on opposing my Lord's orders?
I know full well where my duty lies. This situation would not please the Lord Commander, and it doesn't please me either. Mormont will decide. This matter is closed.
Thank you, my lord.
I don't understand why you are being so stubborn, Sir Westford. I'm asking you one final time to allow me to leave with the girl. Return to the wall and report that your mission was a success.
My mission was to take this girl to safety. And I will. You can plead your case to the Lord Commander.
Very well. I was hoping it wouldn't have to come to this, but you leave me no choice. I won't allow anyone to get in my way.
Да на тебе, козел, на. Вау, нифига у тебя жизнь. Он меня оглушил, гад. А он сильный. А ты козел.
You are tougher than I imagined, Sir Westford. But you haven't heard the last of me. Bloodseekers, here! Kill the crow! Bring the girl back, dead or alive! I'll leave you to talk with my men. Resist if you will, but nothing will stop me from getting my hands on that girl.
Not as long as I live.
So be it.
Чуваки, не надо. Да. Да на тебе. Да. Давай. Ух ты какой. Ух ты как. О, я скоро сдохну сейчас. Я сдох. Сучонок. Ха. Нормальный ход.
There you are at last.
Is that...
Вот это мы уже видели.
The Night's Watch. The last time I crossed paths with one of you, he tried to steal from me.
You're the girl.
You... Go...
Silence!
Так, что значит самозванец?
I won't allow...
Вау! Мимо. Ушел меня, гад.
You are tougher than I imagined, so... But you... Blood... Kill... I'll...
Все ясно. Ну давай. 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 А теперь с тобой разбираемся. Черт. Давай. Ах ты, котёныш маленький. На тебе. Отлично. Присанул его.
Thank you, my lord. If it weren't for you, I would no longer be alive.
Follow me. Let's get out of this midden heap quickly before we get trapped here. That imposter thinks he can hide, but I'll hunt him down.
Так, скорее уберемся из ловушки. Ага. Так, пристанули нас конкретно. Не по-детски. Так, сохранить. Все, посмотрим, что тут есть. Новенькая у нас. Так. Вижу, что ничего нет. Сохранимся. Обязательно надо сохраниться. Так, все, пошли. Принцесса. Нам сюда? Или вот сюда? Давай сюда. Отсюда и выйдем. Думаю, что... Пипец, вот... Жуки эти в одного... Опа-на! Это еще кто такой?
Patrick, is all well?
These soldiers attacked me when I was leaving Sybil's place, but I gave them a taste of my steel. Do you have any idea what's going on here?
The man with me was an imposter, pretending to be Godric Donnelly, supposedly acting on behalf of the King's Hand. Be careful, Patrick. This brigand let his dogs loose on the night's watch.
And they are everywhere. Be careful!
Это задница. Патрик присоединился, круто. Давай. Толпой мы... Давай, давай, давай. Ты чё, гад? Я вот этого возьму. Ага. Нормально. Красавчик.
Actually, I'm rather pleased you came to the brothel. But where is Walder?
Don't worry about him. The cheap wine they serve at the Oar-house knocked him right out. Considering the circumstances, I'd rather leave him in the Oar's capable hands. He'll be thanking the Seven when he wakes up.
7 hells. If we all get out of this mess alive, I'm going to have a talk with him.
What's going on, Mors? Why are these men attacking us?
Так, объясню ему все.
The imposter and his men are here for the girl, but it doesn't seem like they plan on protecting her.
So, if that man is not Godric, who is he?
I'm not certain, but we can worry about that later. For the moment, it's more important to get to Castle Black. We're too exposed here.
Thank you for what you've done, my lord. But I'd rather continue on alone.
That's out of the question. The Lord Commander would like to talk to you. Furthermore, my old friend John Arryn asked me to protect you, so you're staying with me.
Нам и не нам. Ага, нам. Так, нам не нужно его согласие. Постараюсь разуметь ее.
You'll be safe within our walls. Our Lord Commander will find a solution.
Since I have no choice, I suppose I'll go to the fortress with you.
Happy to hear it.
Да,
Patrick, this Godric imposter still has soldiers with him. Their camp is located between Castle Black and us. We must be very careful.
What's the plan?
Что будем делать? Так, Бэй меня не испугает. Надо постеречь меня, пес. Ага.
We have to get past them, but simply plowing through them without a plan would be risky. Our best chances lie in discreet observation. Watch over the girl, and I'll handle finding a way. When things turn nasty, I'll need you to remain by my side and defend the honor of the Night's Watch.
Understood, Mors.
Now, let's go, and be on the lookout for an enemy ambush, even within the village walls.
Так. Ну, отлично. Пойдем дальше. Осмотримся. Так. Давай, давай, давай. Девушка, уходи. Где? И ни хрена. Так, рукавицы. Ну окей. Дальше поехали. Так. Окей. Нарываемся на неприятности. Так, опять это в доспехах. Да на тебе. Да на, мудила. Готов. Что у него? То же самое. Хотя, давай-ка посмотрим, что там у него. Опа-па. Так. Нагрудник, да. Давай походим в этом. Поугараем. Так. Опа. Чубабрек. Ну иди сюда. Вот гаденыш. Не видно ни хера. Вот так. Гасанули пацаненка. Ни хера не вижу. Черт, еще хрен вылезешь отсюда. Да. Камера сложная. Так. Так. Чего нам бояться? Мы не боимся боя. Хотя их тут много. Тут чё, пёс? Донаты. Все, убитый. Так. Еще один, блять. Донаты. Ого! Донатика. Давай. Все, готов. Клеиваем двухручный. Оставь себе. Так. Ага. Так. Пойдем отсюда.
Mors, Patrick, good to see you both still alive.
What are you still doing here? Did you see the man who was with me when I left Castle Black? The one who calls himself Godric?
Yeah, we saw him running towards the campsite. He seems to have been involved in quite a fight. He gave a few orders and left soon after.
How did you succeed in escaping without a scrape? You weren't attacked? Godric's men have been trying to kill all the brothers of the Night's Watch since we found the girl.
We immediately sensed something was off, so we left quickly before they realized we were fleeing. They were too preoccupied with you, my brother.
Самозванец одурачил всех нас. И все ради ее.
I never would have imagined that a mission with an ordinary girl could have turned out this way.
I'm not responsible for what happened.
It doesn't matter. Those damned curs buggered us well.
Lord Commander will be furious, no doubt.
We've left furrows of bodies behind us. How many more do we have left to cut down?
No idea.
A pity. Well, we need to get to Castle Black, and we could use your help.
Так, вот и все. Вернуться нужно в Черный замок. Отлично. Сделали дело.
Dick, Vayan, it's time.
What's the meaning of this?
My apologies, brothers, but the offer was too good to refuse. The so-called Godric has a fat purse. And frankly, Mors, I've had enough of freezing my arse off on this bloody wall.
That's all it takes? A handful of coins to turn your heads?
Traitors! My piss is worth more than your honor.
Ага. Вау. Что за хренотень? Они продались? Алло. Они продались, суки. Да на тебе, гадина. Вот да. Не продались. Да на тебе. Блин, да вы гоните, что ли? Вот гады. Опять убили меня. Сволочи. Прикалываться, что ли, надо мной? Так, это мы увидели уже.
So we left quickly before they realized we were fleeing.
7 hells.
Да, все.
A pity.
Че, на замок пойдем? Сукины дети. Подожди. Сейчас сохранюсь. И тогда вам пипец придется, сукины дети. Так. Все-таки... Вернем обратно это попроще.
Dick, Vayan, it's time!
What's the meaning of this?
My apologies, brothers, but the offer was too good to refuse. The so-called Godric has a fat purse. And frankly, Mors, I've had enough of freezing my arse off on this bloody wall.
That's all it takes? A handful of coins to turn your heads?
Traitors! My piss is worth more than your honor.
Так, вот. А вот теперь поехали. Вот сволочи. Вау. Так, погодь. Ага. Что это такое? Куда ты? Да нет. Все, убили опять, блин, на. Опять тоже уродец убил. Сучий потрох. Так, ладно. Хорошо. Засранцы.
Dick, Vayan.
Все, понятно.
Traitors!
Так, давай. Гасим этого уродца. Там еще кто-то, сука, стреляет в нас. Ну давай же ты. Сдохнет, тварь. Ах вы гады. Сволочи поганые.
Damn them to hell! Why would they turn on us like that?
The imposter corrupted them. They betrayed the Night's Watch, their own brothers.
Unimaginable.
I can only think of one thing that would cause all of this.
Don't look at me that way. I know nothing of this man except that he's not who he claims to be, which does not bode well for the real Godric.
We'll get to the bottom of this with the help of Mormont, as planned. We need to be twice as careful from now on.
If some of your companions are traitors, there may be others.
Perhaps. That's why we must reach the Lord Commander as soon as possible. I won't let the man responsible get away with this.
Так,
It
Морс получил
seems that
5
our
уровень.
brothers died rich.
Ручные.
Those half-wits. Gold is as useless on the wall as a suit of armor is at sea.
Some filthy coward
Большой меч. Двухручный.
paid our brothers to turn their blades on us.
Probably some mongrel impersonating Sir Donald.
Так, давай посмотрим, сколько он. И этот. Оценим его. Так. Мгм. Ладненько. Проверим. И вот эту броню. Нашу. Так. Все. Так, смотрим, что тут открылось. Ничего не... По информации нету, никаких новостей тоже не видно. Окей. Вот так. Так и так. Намучились с этим мудаками. Ладно, поехали. В Черный замок нам надо. Как я понял, нам Черный замок валить надо. Восточный дозор. Дар ночного дозора. Красавица и чудовище. Нормальный ход. Вот, юг. Да. Ладно, ночной дозор. Значит, нам сюда Черный замок. Фу, блин, предали нас. Офигеть. Просто вообще какая-то задница. Да. К лорду надо идти. Погоди. Так, чувак. Там будет видно. Так.
Mors, we were expecting you. I see you've found what you're looking for. Isn't Sir Godric with you?
No, Jaw. That vermin tried to kill me. He's an imposter.
What? Tell me. I need to know everything.
Yes, and without Patrick's help, we might not have made it back alive.
This man was carrying a letter signed by John Arryn himself. If we find out that he does indeed serve the King's hand...
I believe the girl. John Arryn would never have allowed his men to attack a sworn brother.
I hope you speak the truth, Mors. You said the imposter took flight. Do you know where he's gone?
He managed to cover his tracks, but I don't believe that he left the area. He seemed desperate to get rid of the girl. He will not stop until she is dead. Or until we stop him. But that's not the worst of it. This filth paid some of our own brothers to attack us.
What?
I sent Theomar and 2 other men to the impostor's camp to ensure that no further misdeeds take place. I ran into them again on our return trip. That's when they attacked us. Apparently, our enemies had enough time to convince them to betray us as they guarded the camp.
Now that explains it. We arrested some of his men as they tarried in Castle Black without permission. I intended to deliver them to the Lord, so that he could punish them himself. The incident appeared harmless, but now I fear it might be more serious than it seemed. We must sort this out. Bring the prisoners. We found out that your commander masqueraded as someone else, so he could manipulate us and use the Night's Watch to further his own ends. A serious act, punishable by death. You are his accomplices, and will receive the same punishment.
We had no idea, my lord. We're just soldiers.
Настоящий солдат идет за командиром до конца. Ширялись к черному замку.
Do you take us for idiots? Why were you prowling around?
We were sent here to soften up the brothers of the Night's Watch.
Admit it. You were here to turn them.
Our master just wanted us to test the waters, to see if some of you would be willing to help us in exchange for your freedom. That's all.
I see. So you did indeed have a hand in these vile acts.
Так, пусть ответил за преступление головы. Или вступят в ночной дозор.
Whatever his crimes, a man may choose to be punished, or may take the black.
I agree, Mors. Even in the midst of such an ordeal, we must uphold the interests of our brotherhood. Do any of you prefer death to taking the black? Very well. Bring our new recruits to their quarters.
These reinforcements will be a necessity during this troubled time.
Other brothers were corrupted. It's now certain. Some have already fallen by your hand, but how many still remain? The impostor continues to roam our lands, and we cannot even trust our own men.
Это точно. Согласен с тобой. Так, всем пока. С вами был Мафия, короче. И все, пока, чуваки.